As goes along, and so they've been locked away, ready for action. The light is on, racing, and they've come out as one, and Caledonian Concord quickly in front from Tupuntal, Bellandy and Sharp as they jump the first hurdle, and Caledonian Concord hit it, and Orchestra Man is close and handy on the rails. In the run of the second jump, Caledonian Concord again in front and again jumped badly. It's Bellandy, Tupuntal, Sharp as and Caledonian Concord on the fence from Orchestra Man, Tackler Man and Prince Landel. Up the side they come the first time, and Bellandy is piloting the field narrowly from Caledonian Concord, moving up to be on terms and take over once again. Tupuntal is third, and then Sharp as they go to the next obstacle. Orchestra Man's on the inside of Sharp as, and about 5 lengths to Tackler Man, and Prince Lindell is last. Approaching the next hurdle, and Caledonian Concord leads by 1.5 lengths. Jumped that one a bit better. Tupuntal second on the outside of Bellandy. Orchestra Man got a slight check there. Sharp as is just ahead of him from Tackler Man and Prince Lindell. At the top of the straight, and here with 2,000 metres to go, Poltridge has Caledonian Concord in the van by about 1.5 lengths over Tupuntal. Harnett had a look back there. Bellandy is parked in third, placing Sharp as under a firm grip is next, and then Orchestra Man at the jump in front of the stand. Caledonian Concord handled that one better. Sharp as put in a very good leap, and he's a close third now. 1 lap to go in the Federal Hurdle. Caledonian Concord away from the rail. He's at least one off the fence. Shows the way from Tupuntal and Sharp as racing together. Bellandy is close up with Orchestra Man, only about 3 lengths or so between the first 5. A gap then of 4 or 5 lengths to Tackler Man and Prince Lindell, a long last and already under riding. On the Dean Street side at the first of the double at the 1400, Caledonian Concord in front, didn't jump it too well. Harnett riding Tupuntal along, getting up on the inside, and so is Orchestra Man. Or Harnett called for a cab there on Tupuntal. Sharp as has travelled well in the run. Going to the 1,200 metres turn, and the tempo quickens. Orchestra Man goes through on the inside to be on terms with Caledonian Concord. They're 2 lengths to Sharp as on the outside of Tupuntal, who's being ridden along and not responding. 2 lengths Bellandy, 4 lengths Tackler Man, and then Prince Lindell. 4 to jump as they go to the 1,000. It's Orchestra Man landing on terms with Caledonian Concord. 1.5 lengths away Sharp as, who's closing on them. 4 lengths Tupuntal, and then on the outside Bellandy from Tackler Man under pressure, and Prince Lindell. They race up now with about 750 metres to go. Sharp as about to have a crack at Caledonian Concord from Orchestra Man at the third last hurdle, and Sharp as puts in a magnificent jump. Sharp as hits the front and races clear. Gets 3 lengths ahead of Caledonian Concord. 2 lengths to Orchestra Man at the second last one, and Sharp as handled it very well and increases his advantage. He's leading now by 6 lengths over Caledonian Concord. 2 lengths to Orchestra Man, struggling. A fair gap then to Bellandy from Tackler Man and Tupuntal. Sharp as with the race, and he's keeping, provided he jumps the last. Heads around the bend with a huge advantage over Caledonian Concord and then Orchestra Man. Here comes Patton riding Sharp as into the last hurdle and takes off and jumped it well, and he's got it well and trapped up by a big margin. Going to be a great go for the placings. Bellandy running on with Tupuntal. Bellandy's going to get up for second, and here we go for third. Give it to Tupuntal, and nose in front of Caledonian Concord. Then Tackler Man, Orchestra Man caved in, and Prince Lindell last. Official placing. The light is on, ready to jump. They're off, and Ottoman Bell was slow to begin, and one of the first to show out was Stardust Princess. Hermes Kaput is up in a prominent position. At the dock is trying to get across. Laughing Mary is up in the firing line, and Royalty Lass is trapped out wide in the early part of the event. On settling, at the dock comes across to be in front and restrained, and Royalty Lass joins her in the lead. They're 1 3/4 lengths over the Cat's Pajamas from Laughing Mary on the fence, and then came Queen's Answer, Hermes Kaput, Stardust Princess. They're being followed by Heavenly Red, Happy Ghost, and then Ottoman Bell and Princess Ivy at the rear. 500 metres from the judge. At the dock, nursed in front, a joint leader here with Royalty Lass and the Cat's Pajamas joining in 3 wide. 2 lengths to Laughing Mary, called on for her run, being followed over on the inside by Stardust Princess, and on the outside Hermes Kaput from Ottoman Bell. They're homeward bound. At the dock on the inside, gets away a little here. Carmichael looked over his shoulder, saw that he led the best, but leads a length length now over the Cat's Pyjamas. A good gap then to Laughing Mary and Ottoman Bell down the outside. It's at the dock holding the Cat's Pyjamas and Laughing Mary in the run home, and at the dock greets the judge by a length and a half to the Cat's Pyjamas. Laughing Mary third, followed by Heavenly Red. A long distance then to Hermes Kaput from Stardust, Princess Ottoman Bell, and Princess Ivy, Royalty Lass, Happy Ghost and Queen's Answer. Hunting Sport, Noel Mason, and he'll be judging for the Strappers prize here today. Later in the afternoon, he's 89 years of age, and he'll welcome back the winner of this race. He was master of the Findon Harriers Hunt Club for 40 years, and he's been a member here at the Valley for 44 years. Up they come. Belvari right with Questland. Blondo, Shift Me By, Direct Mail, Wainui moving in, Rolita, Lapsang, and the last few along for the Noel Mason steeplechase. Syurga being locked away, Tara Ruler in the all-white, and Haven Court. They'll jump 16 fences, the first a short distance after the start. Haven Court moves in, and Tara Ruler goes to the outside stall, so they're ready for action. Race 3 on the program, the light about to go on, and there it is. They're away, a pretty fair break too. Belvari's jumped smartly with Questland, Direct Mail going up, and so is Rolita with Lapsang and Tara Ruler. They jumped the first of the treble on the Dean Street side the first time. The grey Rolita in front from Direct Mail, and then Lapsang, Questland. They're being followed then by, over on the outside, Tara Ruler, Haven Court, Wainui, Syurga, Belvari, Blondo given a crack with a whip to shake him up, and Shift Me By brings up the rear. Along the back the first time they go, and Booth has Rolita in the van by about 2.5 lengths over Lapsang. Direct Mail has settled third as they draw to the first of the two fences along the back the first time. Direct Mail jumped it beautifully in third placing. Tara Ruler running fifth, didn't handle it too well, and Belhaven made a mess of that one also as they come up the side on the first lap, and Rolita holding sway by about 3.5 lengths over Direct Mail, about a neck to Lapsang the outside. 5 lengths Questland, 2 lengths farther away Tara Ruler at the next fence. Belhaven is about in the middle of the field there, Haven Court rather in the middle of the field, and they are being followed by Wainui, a gap of about 4 lengths to Syurga, Blondo, Belvari all racing together, and then came last of all Shift Me By. After jumping the one by the 400 on the first circuit of the track, Rolita the pacemaker only a length and a half clear of Lapsang. Direct Mail is parked in third spot close and Hattie. 6 lengths farther away to Questland. Over on the outside Tara Ruler. 8 lengths to Haven Court and Wainui. 2 lengths Syurga and Blondo, giving them about 15 lengths start. And the last pair Belvari, Shift Me By at the fence in front of the stand. And Rolita jumped out at it, but lane's about a length and a half clear over Direct Mail, who's travelled well on the inside of Lapsang. 3 lengths farther away Questland and Tara Ruler. 10 or 12 lengths then to Haven Court, followed by Wainui, then Syurga, Blondo given a crack with a stick, and then Belvari and Shift Me By. They've covered one circuit of the track on the Dean Street side for the treble, and Direct Mail gets up on the inside of Rolita, and Lapsang goes up on the outside. They're followed closely by Questland, and then Tara Ruler going to the second fence of the treble on the last lap, and Direct Mail's taken over to show the way. It's Direct Mail going to the next fence for the lead of a good 2 lengths over Rolita. Lapsang is next, and then Questland followed by Tara Ruler. Direct Mail increases his lead along the back, and racing past the 1200, the favourite Direct Mail is now 6 lengths to Lapsang. A length and a half to Questland underriding a gap. Rolita feeling the strain, and Tara Ruler going up on the outside as they go to the first of the double over the back. Direct Mail jumped it well. Haven Court's about 20 lengths from the lead and about 7th or 8th placing. A good gap then to Syurga, followed by Wainui. Blondo not going at all well, and Belvari and Shift Me By is distanced. They race up the side, 7.50 to go, 3 fences to negotiate, and Direct Mail holding sway by 4 lengths over Questland as he jumps this one. Lapsang in third placing, about 4 lengths farther back, maybe more. A couple of lengths to Tara Ruler, a big distance Rolita. Coming up to with 450 metres to go and 2 fences to jump, and Direct Mail takes off jumped and went a bit awkwardly, and so did Questland, but Direct Mail at his first start over the fences has the race won as they come to the turn. He's about 6 lengths in front of Questland under pressure. 8 lengths farther away is Tara Ruler just ahead of Lapsang, and a big distance then to Syoga, and Blondo hasn't gone a yard. Around the turn it's all Direct Mail. He's going to have this won by panels of fencing if he jumps the last. He's screwed out at it, but he's landed safely over Questland, and then Tara Ruler, and it's home goes Harnett on Direct Mail to win the Noel Mason steeplechase by about 7 lengths to Questland. Tara Ruler runs third, then Lapsang, Belvari, Syoga, Wainui, Blondo, and then came back at the back at the rear of the field was Rolita, and there's a riderless horse, and that is Haven Court. Bow Valiant about to move up, goes to the outside gate, and so the stayers have assembled and are ready for action. The light about to go on, there it is. The gates fly open, they're on their way, and Sir Agrafo was slow to jump. Red Robe and Bow Valiant out quickly out wide. Kashmir King is prominent, so is My Court Jewel. Obstinate handy to the lead near the inside, and they're followed by Sir Ramazan and then Surveillance. So they settle down, and Bow Valiant from an outside gate shows the way clearly. Leads about 3 lengths over Kashmir King on the outside of Obstinate. 2 lengths then to Sir Ramazan on the inside of My Court Jewel. Then Surveillance. A gap to Red Robe, Trainery, All Noble, Sir Agrafo, Sharito, Barrigas and Arapaho Indian. Bow Valiant sailing along in front with his ears pricked as they enter the straight, and they have 2,000 metres to go, and Didham has a good hold on Bow Valiant now, leads out by about 2 lengths. In second placing is Kashmir King, and then about 2 lengths farther away Sir Ramazan on the outside of Obstinate. My Court Jewel is next from Surveillance. Sir Agrafo racing fiercely on the inside of Red Robe, and then Trainery is next, being followed by Barrigas, All Noble, Sharito and Arapaho Indian. 12 lengths covering the field as they go by the 1600. Bow Valiant, the pacemaker, 2 lengths to Kashmir King, held together in second position. Sir Ramazan is third on the outside of Obstinate, a length and a half Surveillance, and My Court Jewel, who's travelling out wide. At the head of the others is Sir Agrafo from Red Robe, and then Barrigas, Trainery, All Noble, Sharito and Arapaho Indian at the rear of the field. At the 1200 metres bend, and Kashmir King has gone up to almost join Bow Valiant in front as they make the run along the back of the course, and Surveillance has also joined in too, and they're out by about 4 lengths over Sir Ramazan from My Court Jewel. Barrigas improving, Obstinate, Red Robe, and then Sir Agrafo, All Noble. Trainery is next, and Sharito with Arapaho Indian at the rear of the field. 800 metres from the judge, and it's Bow Valiant and Kashmir King leading from Surveillance, trying to keep between them. About a length and a half farther away, My Court Jewel coming into the picture quickly from Barrigas. Sir Ramazan behind them from Red Robe, and then a gap to Sir Agrafo from Sharito, Trainery, Obstinate, All Noble and Arapaho Indian. Inside the 400 metres point, and My Court Jewel's ranged alongside Bow Valiant to take a narrow lead, and here's Barrigas having a crack at My Court Jewel, Red Robe, and out wider on the track Sir Agrafo and Sharito also coming on the scene. In behind them Sir Ramazan, Bow Valiant and Kashmir King, and Surveillance drop out into the straight. My Court Jewel tackled by Red Robe, and Sharito coming home gamely with Sir Agrafo. As soon after Red Robe gets to the lead, Sharito was a Sir Agrafo. My Court Jewel hanging on. Red Robe just in front from My Court Jewel. Red Robe, I'd say, has won it. A toss-up for second, Sir Agrafo or My Court Jewel. Then came Sharito, followed by Barrigas, Sir Ramazan, Trainery, Bow Valiant, Surveillance, All Noble, and then Kashmir King, and last were Obstinate and Arapaho Indian. Ready to go, they're racing. A pretty fair break with a possible exception of Right Aspect and Seeger, one of the first to show out from Proudest Moment. Kiskin prominent on the outside. Count Comaram is in the firing line, so is Romantic Game. Out fairly wide is Tight Ruler. Trick Them drops back to about second last. Sungi Wong in the middle of the field on the fence. Kiskin from an outside gate takes over to lead near the 800 from Seeger, Count Comaram, Romantic Game and Tight Ruler right across the track. Proudest Moment is parked in behind them. He's being followed closely over on the outside by Zephyr Khan, and also there is Right Aspect, and then about 2 lengths farther away, Melody Hit from Sungi Wong. Second last in the event has tricked them, and Lord Delamere brings up the rear. Coming to the bend, Kiskin in front, about 3/4 of a length to Tight Ruler, closing the gap. A length and a half farther away, Romantic Game Seeger. On the outside, Right Aspect with Zephyr Khan, Proudest Moment, and then Sungi Wong and Count Comaram into the straight, and Tight Ruler goes to the lead, shows the way from Kiskin. Zephyr Khan is coming home gamely with Right Aspect. Romantic Game is hanging on. Tight Ruler in front over Romantic Game and Zephyr Khan, and Tight Ruler fights on to win it. Tight Ruler's won it from Zephyr Khan. Third placing to Romantic Game, followed by... An attendant there closes the gate properly. Light on and away. Eastern Classic a bit slow to jump, and Manny's Pride got away well with Harapan Jaya, Haitian Gold, Brilliant Invasion the outside, behind them Count Comaram, and then Count Seal, Nazinski, Panui, Prince, Total Band and Eastern Classic. In the run of the 1200 metres, Harapan Jaya in front, Brilliant Invasion settles second, Haitian Gold is third, and fourth placing is Black Charleston. Harapan Jaya setting a solid pace. Manny's Pride is midfield on the inside of Nazinski, 2 lengths Count Seal, the same to Panui Prince, then Eastern Classic on the outside of Total Band at the rear, 12 lengths from the lead. They race up towards the 800, and here Carmichael has Harapan Jaya going along at a even clip by 2 lengths over Brilliant Invasion, a couple of lengths Black Charleston, who's on the outside of Haitian Gold, and then Nazinski, Count Seal, Panui Prince, Eastern Classic about to be wound up 6 or 7 lengths off the lead. Manny's Pride drops back, and Total Band at the rear. Near the school, 600 to go, and Brilliant Invasion races straight past Harapan Jaya. Nazinski out after Brilliant Invasion. A half length away is Count Seal, who's over on the outside as they make the run up towards the turn into the straight, and Panui Prince is racing on the outside of Count Seal. A length and a half to Eastern Classic, 4 lengths off the lead. He's got the job in front of him. Stocker's hard at work, and then Haitian Gold and Black Charleston dropped out. Brilliant Invasion heads for the run home with a nice clear lead over Nazinski, and then Panui Prince, Eastern Classic and Count Seal plugging away, but Brilliant Invasion home for all money. Eastern Classic runs on, but too late, and Brilliant Invasion won it clearly from Eastern Classic. Nazinski third, then Count Seal, Panui Prince, Haitian Gold, followed then by Black Charleston, and then Total Band, Harapan Jaya and Manny's Pride. My Cambita moving up. The only filly in the field, Manatehar, about to move in next to Satin Red. Plum Ace making her way up to the barrier. Manatehar looks to be right. Plum Ace about to go along. Meetings coming up next Wednesday at Caulfield and next Saturday at Sandown, and the next program here Wednesday the 14th of June. Most of the runners locked away for the Glen Burvey. Lots of zip and acquittal moving along. Lots of zip making her way up to the line, and the last couple in for the Glen Burvey will be State Token and Divine Star. State Token's drawn the outside, Divine Star a middle stall. State Token coming up now to the outside gate. She's moving in towards the line. Starter ready for them. State Token coming along now. Moves in. So they look to be right, ready for action in the 7th race. The light is on, they're off, and it was a pretty fair break too, and one of the first to show out was State Token. Plum Ace got away well, lots of zip on the outside. Liberty Slipper is handy to them, and Miss Cracknell is just behind them. Unsettling State Token from the outside takes over the lead. Over in second placing, Plum Ace on the outside, lots of zip from Liberty Slipper. Then Miss Cracknell Acquittal, a gap to Manatehar being followed by Divine Star, My Cambita, and then Miss Munda Satin Red, and Fast Strikers at the rear of the field. Near the school, about 600 to go, and State Token joined in front by Lots of Zip. 2 lengths Plum Ace, about a neck to Acquittal the outside. Liberty Slipper hard ridden by Hall on the fence, and then Miss Cracknell, My Cambita improving, and Manatee as well back coming to the bend. Little between State Token and Lots of Zip the outside, and they're about length clear of Acquittal, who's coming home gamely, and then on the outside is My Cambita and a gap to the rest. Into the straight now, and State Token just ahead of Lots of Zip. Here's My Cambita throwing down the gauntlet to State Token from Acquittal. My Cambita hits the front from State Token, and then Acquittal and Divine Star, and My Cambita wins it well. Second placing in the race to State Token. I'd say Miss Cracknell's come home well enough to run third, and they were followed by Miss Munda, Divine Star, Fast Strike from Manatee, Plum Ace, and then Acquittal, Sat and Red, followed home then back in the field by Lots of Zip and Liberty Slipper. Judges' placings here. In the Glen Burvey handicap, the winner number 9, My Cambita, ridden by C. Brown. Number 9, My Cambita. So they look to be right, ready for action in the 7th race. The light is on, they're off. And it was a pretty fair break too, and one of the first to show out was State Token. Plum Ace got away well, Lots of Zip on the outside. Liberty Slipper is handy to them, and Miss Cracknell is just behind them. Unsettling State Token from the outside takes over the lead. Over in second placing, Plum Ace on the outside, Lots of Zip from Liberty Slipper. Then Miss Cracknell, Acquittal, a gap to Manatee being followed by Divine Star, My Cambita, and then Miss Munda, Sat and Red, and Fast Strikers at the rear of the field. Near the school, about 600 to go, and State Token joined in front by Lots of Zip. 2 lengths Plum Ace, about a neck to Acquittal the outside. Liberty Slipper hard ridden by Hall on the fence, and then Miss Cracknell, My Cambita improving, and Manatee as well back coming to the bend. Little between State Token and Lots of Zip the outside, and they're about length clear of Acquittal, who's coming home gamely, and then on the outside is My Cambita and a gap to the rest. Into the straight now, and State Token just ahead of Lots of Zip. Here's My Cambita throwing down the gauntlet to State Token from Acquittal. My Cambita hits the front from State Token, and then Acquittal and Divine Star, and My Cambita wins it well. Second placing in the race to State Token. I'd say Miss Cracknell's come home well enough to run third, and they were followed by Miss Munda, Divine Star, Fast Strike from Manatee, Plum Ace, and then Acquittal, Sat and Red, followed home then back in the field by Lots of Zip and Liberty Slipper. A light on their racing, Vorm a bit slow to go, and Celestial Ruler out fast with Quality Vein wanting to lead. Surrealism prominent, so is Mind My Boy from Pradnapper, Magi Riot, Tristram Court, and then Electric Night, Siberian Express, and Beat the Habit travelling out wide, and Vorm at the rear. As they go to the 1200 metres, Quality Vein steadied in front, joined in the lead by Pradnapper. Electric Night coming 3 wide around Surrealism and Magi Riot from Mind My Boy. They're being attended by Tristram Court, and Celestial Ruler is next over on the inside. About a length away is Siberian Express. Beat the Habit 10 lengths off the lead, and Vorm is last of all. Nearing the halfway point, 850 to go. Nothing between Quality Vein, the fence, and Pradnapper for the lead. About 3/4 of a length to Electric Night on the outside from Surrealism, Mind My Boy, and then Magi Riot. A length and 3/4 to Tristram Court, being followed then by Siberian Express. They're 5 and 6 lengths off the lead. Beat the Habit racing with them. Celestial Ruler drops back, and Vorm is last. Inside the 500 metres, here come the changes. Electric Night and Surrealism move up to take over as they come to the turn with Mind My Boy on the outside of them. 2 lengths to Magi Riot, Tristram Court giving them a fair start. Siberian Express running on, and then Pradnapper and Beat the Habit. The pacemakers drop out. Surrealism has taken over as they turn for home. Shows the way over Electric Night, and then about a length and a half to Mind My Boy from Magi Riot, and a gap to the rest headed by Siberian Express. It's Surrealism in front, Electric Night trying hard, but Surrealism holding the Electric Night, and a good go for third, and they hit the line with Surrealism winning from Electric Night. Maybe Mind My Boy third from Magi Riot, very tight for the minor situation from Siberian Express, Tristram Court, then Pradnapper followed by Beat the Habit, and Quality Vein was behind them with Celestial Ruler and Vorm. Judges' placings here. In the Melville Handicap, the closing race today, the winner number 4, Surrealism, ridden by D. Oliver. Number 4, Surrealism, D. Oliver.